Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, the sudden death of a rock legend this Memorial Day weekend. Greg Allman, a founding member of the Allman Brothers Band, died at his home in Georgia on Saturday at the age of 69 years old. As ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us, fans will not only remember the music legend for his songs, but for his time as a resident here on the Suncoast.
In this community, Greg Allman is it.
Greg Allman, one of the men famous for opening the door for Southern rock.
I started playing, and it just knocked me out. And I just had some lyrics, and I did my best to sing it my best.
If you go out and hear any of the local music, every band, I would imagine, would say the Allman Brothers had some kind of influence on them.
His distinctive voice and unique sound, inspiring local musicians. Greg Allman and his brother Dwayne, famous for forming the Allman Brothers Band in 1969. Following Dwayne's death 2 years later, Allman relocated to the Suncoast, close to bandmate Dickie Betts.
Anna Maria Island in those days was very laid back, kind of a hideaway. And I think he needed that, too, to do what he did.
Manatee County Commissioner and longtime Anna Maria resident Carol Whitmore knew Allman in the early 70s. She and her friend Kimberly met him at G.T. Bray Park, and Kimberly even had a brief romance with the rocker. It was common to see him at restaurants like the High Seas on Palmasola Causeway.
Just seeing him on the island at the grocery store, on the pier, it was just really strange, but it was really kind of cool.
Sarasota, Bradenton, Anna Maria Island, a lot of people have had personal interactions with them, and that's what makes it a little bit different than just your rock star fans.
Allman keeping close ties to the Suncoast up until his death, performing at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall, the Sarasota Blues Fest, and the Sailor Circus Arena about a half a dozen times since 1994.
The crowd's crazy. They love him. They still talk about the shows.
Allman's ties to Anna Maria Island will live on as fans listen to his top hits on the Billboard charts.
Ramblin' Man on Down Highway 41. Dickie Betts and Greg Allman. What else? I mean, that put us on the map more than anything.
Reporting on Anna Maria Island, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
A home in Sarasota in need of repairs tonight after a truck drove through its walls this afternoon. It happened in the 2800 block of Oak Street near Tuttle Avenue. Police say the driver swerved to avoid hitting a dog, lost control, and as you see here, slammed through the house's window and into the living room. The driver was not injured and no one was in the house at the time of that accident. Beautiful day here on the Suncoast this Sunday. Let's head over to Steve Newman for a check on that weather. Steve?
It's always nice Memorial Day weekend on the Suncoast. Pretty much it's a ringer to get that this time of year. High pressure in place. Unfortunately, while it's giving us beautiful sunny weather, it's turned off the East Coast and West Coast sea breezes and the collisions that create our afternoon thunderstorms. That's going to change as this weekend's later on in the week. Our overnight futurecast shows that winds will remain westerly for a while. Few clouds from time to time and then turn light and variable overnight. But by tomorrow afternoon, with the heat of the inland, they'll have that sea breeze developing once again. Your overnight temperature shows we're cooling off about the 75, 76 degree level, and then right after sunrise, warming up quickly. Our complete forecast, and I do have a forecast that has rain in it coming up in a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Steve. In national news tonight, a U.S. Navy skydiver has passed away after a Memorial Day celebration turned to tragedy. It happened during Fleet Week in the waters off New York City. ABC's Brian Clark has more on what went wrong.
The empty parachute tells the tragic tale.
Friday one fall, parachute down.
In seconds, an exhibition skydive by a U.S. Navy SEAL went from thrilling to chilling.
It looked like something was horribly wrong.
The chute did not open.
One of the team members' parachute malfunctioned.
The elite Navy skydiver cut himself loose from that useless parachute. It drifted to the ground as he plummeted in free fall, plunging into the Hudson River. The Coast Guard raced into action.
One of the Navy's parachute guys just went down in that area.
They pulled him from the water, but emergency room doctors couldn't save him.
Our hearts and our prayers go out to his family. And I ask for all of your prayers for the Navy SEAL community who lost a true patriot today.
For onlookers, a holiday turned horrible.
They asked everybody to not take pictures. And so we could see something serious was going on.
So I was like looking, and I was kind of like all excited to see these guys parachuting down, and then obviously so all of a sudden it just kind of like tumbled out of control. It was crazy.
That skydiver, part of the Navy's elite jump team called the Leapfrogs, famous as mid-air daredevils. An investigation is underway into what went wrong. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
And what started as a domestic dispute ended in tragedy in Mississippi after a man allegedly went on a shooting rampage, killing at least 8 people. 35-year-old Willie Godbolt is now under arrest in connection to that crime. The victims included 3 women related to Godbolt's wife and a deputy who responded to the scene. 2 boys were found dead at another home, while a man and woman were killed in a third home. It's unclear what connection they had to the shooter at this time. While in custody, Godbolt was recorded on camera saying he kept shooting until he ran out of bullets and that he wanted to die.
Suicide by cop was my intention. I ain't fit to live, not after what I done, not in y'all eyes and not in nobody else's eyes, but God, you know, he forgives you for everything.
The deputy has been identified as 36-year-old William Durr, a 2-year veteran of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. The names of the other 7 victims have not yet been released. That shooting remains under investigation. The U.S. military says North Korea has fired another short-range ballistic missile. According to South Korean defense officials, the launch happened on the southeastern coast of North Korea. The U.S. Pacific Command says the missile flew for 6 minutes before landing in the waters off mainland Japan in the country's economic zone. North Korea has increased its missile testing over recent months as it seeks to build a nuclear-tipped missile that can reach the U.S. And the U.S. ban on laptops and carry-on luggage for international flights could soon be expanded. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly says he is considering banning laptops from the passenger cabins of all international flights to and from the United States. Laptops are currently banned on about 50 flights a day from 10 cities, mainly in the Middle East. The ban prevents travelers from bringing laptops, tablets, and certain other devices on board with them in their carry-on luggage. All electronics bigger than a smartphone must be checked in. In Washington today, hundreds of volunteers gathered at Arlington National Cemetery. One by one, they read the names of fallen heroes out loud and placed a rose on their graves. The volunteers come from across the country to pay tribute to our troops.
We're thankful for what they've done and their families and sacrificing for us and our nation. They not only protect us, they protect the world.
That tradition started in 2011. This year, 160,000 roses are being placed on graves. Next year, organizers hope to have enough roses to cover the entire cemetery. There were also several events to honor our military men and women right here on the Sun Coast. In Lakewood Ranch, the Gardeners Out East Garden Club dedicated a new memorial to veterans at the Lakewood Ranch Town Hall. The Blue Star Memorial honors local men and women who have served in our armed forces. The Blue Star became an icon in World War II, appearing on flags and banners to symbolize someone who was away at war.
We had an entire generation of soldiers come home who were not respected for what they did for their country. And finally, we're waking up to the fact that the military members are actually doing very good for our country. They're helping preserve our freedom. And these kinds of memorials help us remember those who served our country.
The Blue Star Memorial program started in 1944 in New Jersey. Since then, the National Garden Club has helped create memorials along highways and significant buildings across the country. And just down the street from Town Hall, thousands lining Main Street in Lakewood Ranch for the 2017 Tribute to Heroes. The annual parade featuring bikes and floats decorated for Memorial Day. Proceeds from the event go to the Minnesota Operations Troop Support, as well as other causes aimed at helping our service members and veterans. And with more events planned For tomorrow on Memorial Day, drivers should take notice of the several road closures in Sarasota. Gulfstream Avenue will be closed from Coconut to McCanch Square beginning at 6 a.m. for the Memorial Day Parade, and starting at 8 a.m. Main Street will be closed from Lynx Avenue to Gulfstream. And both Lynx and Osprey Avenues will also be closed from First Street to Ringling Boulevard. And warning, vehicles parked on any of those closed roads will be towed. The parade starts at 10 o'clock and the roads will reopen allegedly at 12:30. There's also some office closures to keep in mind. All government offices in Manatee and Sarasota counties will be closed, and Sarasota Manatee County Area Transit will not be running their bus services. However, the popular Siesta Key Trolley will continue to operate on Memorial Day. Recreation centers, libraries, and Department of Health will all be closed. This in Sarasota County trash collection will operate on a normal schedule, but in Manatee County, it will be pushed back one day. And for a full list of all these scheduled Memorial Day events, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, an investigation is underway in California tonight after a boy falls out off of a water slide at a brand new water park. Plus, a proposal gone wrong, why one couple's engagement is off to a rocky start in Canada.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Officials at a brand new water park in California are investigating a water slide after a 10-year-old boy fell off of it and hit the concrete below. Now, this video looks pretty violent, but the boy is reportedly okay. He went airborne off of this 3-story water slide right at the bottom there, going over the side once he reached that base. He was able to walk away with some scrapes and bruises. Officials say they will not be reopening that ride until they fix whatever caused this boy to fall off of it, and in order to keep similar incidents from happening again. And a man's wedding proposal hit a snag in Canada after a hot air balloon he was in with his girlfriend crashed into a tree. Stephen Martin had just proposed to his girlfriend Christine when that accident happened. The balloon was freed, but then hit another tree before crashing into a farm. Nobody was injured. The couple says it was a crazy adventure and now makes for an awesome story. And it's also nature telling you maybe you shouldn't get married.
No.
Just
they may be off to a bumpy start, literally, but I think they have a great future. Come on, wish them well.
That was a little morbid. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
What a great sunny day today over the Suncoast. Great beach weather. In fact, look at these pictures from our Casey Key webcam. It just looks deliciously beautiful. Puffy cumulus clouds not very high because of high pressure pushing the tops of those clouds down. So that's going to change in a couple of days as the high pressure weakens, but we have one more beautiful day like this. And look at that lovely couple walking up the coast at sunset. Love doing that. Currently at the airport it's 77 degrees, dew point 73, our humidity 88%. Tomorrow will be a little bit warmer and perhaps a little bit more humid. You're going to notice that, but it's still great to get out and enjoy all the Suncoast has to offer. Miami's high today of 98 just blew the old record of 93 out of the water. It was 100 degrees at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, 92 at Tampa, 93 at Fort Myers, and it was broiling in interior parts of our viewing area, 97 in Highlands County. It could be close to 100, frankly, tomorrow, and along the coast, upper 80s to near 90. Be a degree or two warmer than that during the day. High pressure will weaken as the week progresses, giving us a return of showers late in the week. But right now we have our eyes on East Texas and South Texas and part of Louisiana from strong storms that have gone over there. One tornado or reports of tornadoes from East Texas moved into the center part of Louisiana earlier today. There are also severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of South Carolina. And you can see it's just a wet, dreary Memorial Day Sunday across most of the Northeast, and temperatures there reflected it. Kind of only low 60s in Boston. Now it's 58. New York City was up to 66. But as you move west, beautiful weather. Low 80s in Seattle. They're loving that. San Francisco had a foggy Sunday, 56 at this hour. If we look at our futurecast, watch what happens to our weather pattern in just 2 days. This high pressure has been keeping the air dry, sinking dry air, keeping the sea breeze fronts from developing. But as it disappears magically, the interior thunderstorms develop on Tuesday, but just a little bit. Let's go into the long-range futurecast, and you can see each afternoon with the heat. Look at Wednesday, even more. Thursday afternoon, a little more, and then Friday afternoon, even more. So this is a pattern that we've been waiting to return, and it's very typical for this time of year when you get the East Coast sea breeze and the West Coast sea breeze colliding, creating storms. Outflows from those create other storms. It's a beautiful meteorological engine that keeps us moist and cooler in the afternoon for most of the summer months, and I'm glad it's coming back. Sunny for Memorial Day. It'll be hot too in some spots, warm along the coast. Look for great beach and boating weather, and also I think we're going to see rain returning in just a few days' time. Here's our beach and boating forecast. Winds northwest 5 knots, seas 2 feet or less. Bay and inland waters a light chop. Now those winds will increase to about 10 knots during the afternoon. If you're going to the beach, lather up. Very intense sunshine this time of year for the next month or so. UV index tomorrow 12. Great water temperature of 82 degrees. And with lots of sunshine, the temperature in the air at Siesta will be about 87 degrees. Here's my forecast for tonight. It will be clear and warm. We've had a beautiful kind of Ramadan crescent moon out in the west tonight. It's getting ready to set. 73 for the overnight low temperature. West-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. And here's your 7-day outlook showing we have a 60, 70, 60, 40% chance of rain from the latter part of the week into next weekend. But for tonight, we'll have mostly fair skies, 73. And this is something we can really look forward to, a return to a typical summertime pattern. Adam?
All right, thank you, Steve. Sports is coming up next. Stick around.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Download ABC7's official Suncoast weather app onto all your devices so you can stay informed wherever you go. With our full-featured weather app, you get weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. The ABC7 official Suncoast weather app, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download yours today. ABC7, My Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch My Suncoast News wherever you are, on our live stream, on our newly redesigned MySuncoast.com, and a brand new ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing Sight for Life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, and dining with recipes and all the hottest Suncoast restaurants. Visit MySuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for iOS and Android.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining.
For years, I told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less, featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
Now, sports.
The Rays go deep into extra innings with the Twins in Minnesota today. We're going to go straight to the 9th inning where the Rays were down to their last out, trailing by 1. Steven Souza Jr. delivers the single to right. Throw home looks like it's in time, but Evan Longoria slips under that tag, and we are going to extras. In the 14th, Corey Dickerson with a chance to finally break the tie, and he does. Single up the middle, scores Michael Martinez from second, and the Rays go up 1. Now we go on to the next half inning. Alex Colomé in to try and seal it for the Rays, but Robbie Grossman wants to play a little more baseball. Lines one to left, scores 1, and this game is going to continue. Evan Longoria, quick to respond, though, goes deep in his 8th at-bat of the game, puts Tampa Bay back on top, and after 6 hours and 26 minutes, the Rays finally win it 8-6. The greatest spectacle in racing in Indianapolis today, the 101st Indy 500. Scott Dixon setting the fastest qualifying lap in over 20 years to get on the pole. But how about this wreck 50 laps in that will knock him out of the race? Horrifying. Flips his car. Jay Howard, the driver in front of him, but both drivers end up okay and are able to walk away from that crash. With 20 laps to go, a favorite to win it, F1 driver Fernando Alonso loses power, and that knocks him out of his first ever Indy 500. In the final laps, it's Elio Castroneves battling Takuma Sato for the win, and Takuma takes that final lead in the final 5 laps and goes on to win it. He says it was all about perseverance.
I think keep your dream, keep your focus and ambition together, and no attack, no chance. That's my motto. But age is something, but I think you just believe it and never give up. I think then the dreams come true.
Sato is the first Japanese driver ever to win the Indianapolis 500. The NBA Finals start Thursday right here on ABC, and for the first time in NBA history, the Cavs and Warriors will meet for the 3rd straight season. After practice, Cleveland coach Ty Lue and Golden State interim head coach Mike Brown talked about trying to stop a combined 7 All-Stars who will be on the court starting Thursday.
things we want to take away and be aware of, that doesn't change. Steph and Clay, penetrating, getting into the paint, kicking it out and relocating. Offensive rebounds, kicking out for threes, they're relocating. So just having the, awareness of where those guys at all times.
He's one of the smartest guys I've been around, and so for him to get a steady diet of just one thing is going to bode, well for him. So you got to try to throw different bodies at him. You got to try to throw different coverages at him.
Game 1 is Thursday at 9 p.m. and will be played at Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And University of Florida softball has avenged a disappointing finish to their 2016 season by clinching another trip to the Women's College World Series. Florida hanging on to a narrow 2-1 victory over SEC rival Alabama. Kelly Barnhill picked up her 24th win and 16th complete game of the season to win the Gainesville Super Regional and send the Gators back to Oklahoma City, where they have won 2 national championships since 2014. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC 7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC 7 and these sponsors.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think it up.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Dead Men Tell No Tales, but the numbers speak for themselves at the box office. The 5th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise sailed straight to the top this weekend. The Johnny Depp film earning an estimated $62 million in its debut weekend. Disney dominating the box office with Guardians of the Galaxy coming in second, and Baywatch rounded out the top three, earning $18 million in its first weekend. And Steve, I know which of those was your favorite so far.
Guardians of the Galaxy, absolutely. I would have seen Pirates, but we're working here this weekend.
We are, yeah.
During the week.
But not the weekend to be indoors at a theater, right? It's going to be a very nice one.
Take a look at our 7-day outlook, and it shows we got some great weather coming up for the rest of the week. That includes rain. Rain is great. And look at the chances increasing to 70% by Friday. I think you're going to like this week all in all.
Yeah, we need that rain for sure. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.